Hey guys, HDV here and welcome to a brand new video. Today we've got some really interesting information to go over. Riddler-Coup is seemingly teasing a new Mega Evolution for Greninja in Pokemon Legends ZA. We also have some other things to go over for the upcoming game, and then we have some rumors to go over about another game as well. There's a lot of stuff to break down and get into today. So if you're excited for the video, make sure to drop a like down below. Let's try and hit 500 likes. It really helps out. Leave a comment with your thoughts on anything we cover in today's video. Subscribe if you're brand new. Ring the notification bell. With all of that out of the way, let's get into the video, and I really hope that you enjoy. So, starting things off, let's go over the latest tweet from Riddler-Coup. He is seemingly teasing a Mega Greninja because I just don't know what else this could possibly be. And we have a lot of other people in the community saying the same thing as well. It looks very straightforward, but I just can't see what else these three emojis could be referring to. Because we have this DNA sort of emoji here, which is obviously for Mega Evolution. Like, what else could that possibly be? Maybe Zygarde cells, but the things that follow it just don't really intertwine with that. So we have Mega Evolution symbol here. Next up, we have a wave, which is, of course, a water wave, so that would be a water-type Pokemon. So we have a Mega Evolution for a water-type Pokemon, and then the last, what do you call it, the emoji, is a scarf, which is obviously what Greninja has with his tongue. So, like, what else could this possibly mean? It has to be Mega Greninja. But that also creates the argument, we already have Ash Greninja, so are they gonna make it more powerful than Ash Greninja? Are they gonna make it just as strong? Does this mean that Mega Chestnut's gonna be a thing? Mega Delphox is gonna be a thing? Like, there's a lot of questions that it also asks, but at the same time, the fact that he's tweeting this out this early, does that potentially mean they're gonna show it relatively early as well? Because obviously he's been posting information about, we're gonna get news soon, we're gonna get the starters soon, yada yada yada. And the fact that he's posted this already, like, maybe that means we are going to get that Mega Greninja reveal very, very soon. If that's what it means, which, again, I just can't see what else it could possibly mean. We have a lot of other people here also saying, you know, this feels too straightforward. You know, is it related to the 358 post? I don't think it is. I think the 358 post is the starters, and then this Greninja thing is just something completely different. Like, in the best case scenario, we get 3 new starter forms in terms of whatever they're going to be, like Torchic, Snivy, and Sobble. Let's just say they're going to be the starters. We get 3 new forms for those, and then we get 3 new Mega Evolutions for Greninja, Greninja, Chestnut, and Delphox. Like, that'd be the perfect situation, the perfect scenario. But yeah, everybody's saying the same thing. You know, it's too straightforward. It has to be Mega Greninja. We also have the Pokecubes here saying, okay, everyone is saying Mega Greninja, but like, isn't Ash Greninja already a Mega Greninja? It gets around a 100 BST boost, like other Pokemon with Megas. I mean, look at those stats. Seriously, what more can they do to this Pokemon to make it more busted than this? So that's obviously another argument. But the thing is, Greninja is a very well-loved Pokemon. That is very, very obvious, especially in all the different surveys and stuff. Charizard is also a very well-loved Pokemon. It got 2 Mega Evolutions. Why can't Greninja get 2, like, quote-unquote Mega Evolutions? It gets Ash Greninja and it gets Mega Greninja. As well as that, they're seemingly phasing out Ash Greninja as well. We haven't heard anything about it since the anime or the Sun and Moon demo. And even in the flashbacks in the recent anime episodes, they just didn't even have Ash Greninja in those scenes. They just redrew it as regular Greninja. So they're clearly phasing out Ash Greninja, which makes sense because Ash isn't even in the anime anymore. So why would they even be bothered about Ash Greninja? So maybe they're just going to completely get rid of Ash Greninja. You know, it is what it is. It's just a form that we're never going to get again. Maybe a little bit like the spiky-eared Pichu. Like, that's a form that's just stuck in that game in Heart Gold and Soul Silver. So they might do a similar situation with that. But at the same time, I just like, what else could this possibly mean, man? If Riddler-Coup is right, like, again, his credibility is still up for debate. We haven't had any Pokemon news recently, at the time I'm recording this video anyway. So, yeah, I mean, look, I think it has to be Mega Greninja. I don't know what else he could really be talking about here, but let me know your thoughts on it. Again, we also have a few other people as well saying the exact same thing. You know, I'm going to assume that this is Mega Greninja. Most of the replies say that Mega Greninja, and it fits. I wonder if Riddler-Coup has the other 2 Kalos starters that won't get Megas since Coup didn't tease them or in here or before. Guess we'll wait and see. So he might tease the others like relatively soon. We don't, because I can't see just Greninja getting a Mega Evolution. That would be such a rough situation for Delphox and Chestnut. And then we also have Light as well saying, you know, Mega Greninja or Ash Greninja. Remember that Battle Bond Greninja was removed from Scarlet and Violet, but the sprite still exists, so it is a safe prediction. So again, I personally think it's more or less going to be Mega Greninja, because I don't think, like, why else would he just tweet this out? Like, this is clearly the DNA, like, Mega Evolution sort of emoji. So, for me, it has to be Mega Greninja, but let me know your thoughts on it. Would you be happy with a Mega Greninja? Would you be happy with it being Ash Greninja? Let me know your thoughts and all that. But either way, that's what Riddler-Ku said. Moving on, we do also have a couple of other things to go over as well regarding the Pokemon short that just came out. Obviously, we posted about it in yesterday's video, but I actually missed this. Nimble actually pops up in this short. So that's obviously very interesting, because Nimble doesn't appear in Kalos. You know, it's a Generation 9 Mon, so what is it doing in Kalos? So it kind of adds fuel to the fire that this is actually based in the Legend ZA sort of universe. So we have Soul Silver out here saying, Nimble was in Lumiose City / Kalos in the latest Pokétoons episode. So while this is a totally reliable source of information, Nimble being there could imply that Lumiose City in this episode is the one from Pokemon Legend ZA. If true, then there's even more implications, such as there being the garden / forest area in what seem to be the outskirts of Lumiose. It seems to be outside the city walls, but still accessible through the city's tunnels. So maybe in Pokemon Legends ZA, they really will be more nature / garden areas for us to explore or build upon outside of or even inside of Lumiose City. So that's that kind of like first bit, and we have a little bit more about this as well, saying, with that being said, Lumiose City Catacombs confirmed. So we also saw a similar bridge leading to an underground part of Lumiose City in the Pokemon Legends ZA trailer. Lumiose City map, should I say, may be a real thing. Lastly, we still can't really tell what the era of time Legends ZA will be set in, but it does seem more like the Lumiose City in this episode is set in or near the present. So yeah, look, it could just be a massive coincidence, but like, why is Nimble there? Like, Nimble doesn't appear in Pokemon X and Y, because they did this as well in, like, I think your Sword and Shield short. They actually had Dugong in it, and a lot of people were like, well, Dugong doesn't exist, and they actually issued an apology as well. They like, the Pokemon Japanese account came out and said, you know, in this Pokétoons episode, you know, Dugong appears, which doesn't appear in Sword and Shield, so sorry for the misunderstanding. So the fact that they've already come out and apologized about it, are they really going to make the exact same mistake again and just have Nimble? Like, I don't know. I feel like because they've already, maybe they've learned from their errors. So the fact that Nimble is in here, maybe it means that it is going to be in Pokemon Legends ZA. But I don't know. Very, very interesting nonetheless. We also have this to go over as well quickly about Nintendo before we go over the rumor today. So Nintendo live tweeting out saying, Nintendo has announced Switch Online playtest program related to a new feature. So this playtest period will take place between the 23rd of October and the 5th of November. If invited, you'll be downloading exclusive software to your Nintendo Switch, and then first come first serve basis for participants outside of Japan. So this is a new feature coming to the Nintendo Switch apparently, and it's going to get play tested by people between these dates. Now, a couple people think it might be like voice chat software. We might get like a party system or something like that. Could be related to the Switch too, obviously. But yeah, I mean, voice chat is, I feel like, the next step for Nintendo Switch Online. Obviously, we have Discord and stuff. We have PlayStation Party Chat, Xbox Party Chat, whatever. But Nintendo Switch is the only one that doesn't really have anything like that. You know, Discord is the best one to use easily, but, you know, not everybody has a computer with Discord and stuff. So either way, it's just, you know, very, very interesting to see what this potentially could be. But that's the Nintendo stuff. And then finishing things off for today's video, we have this new rumor to go over as well. This was posted a few days ago on the 5th of October. It just titled New Pokemon Project. It was posted on 4chan, like I say. Isn't anything to do with Legends EA. It's something, I don't know if it's Generation 10 or just a project that's in between Generation 10 and Legends EA. I don't really know, because obviously Legends EA is going to be coming out next year, and then Generation 10 people are thinking is going to be 2026. But either way, take it with a grain of salt as always. They say, I will remain completely anonymous to protect myself. So yeah, obviously great job. Some people just completely out themselves sometimes. It says new Pokemon game coming out next year in China and worldwide for Nintendo Switch systems, and future plans for mobile in China. So China has been getting a couple of Pokemon games. They have just recently got Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, and there's actually a couple of changes as well to the game. Nothing like crazy, but there are a couple of, like, I guess, UI changes and stuff. But yeah, it looks like, because we obviously got new Pokemon Snap that went live in China as well, and now Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, so they are clearly broadening into that Chinese market. So the fact that the game coming out next year would be available for China and worldwide feels like a step in the direction that they are kind of doing right now. So that's that. And then it says developed by Pokemon Works and Tencent Games. So again, it also says mobile in China and Nintendo Switch systems, so it can't be like a fully fledged new generation game. It has to be some sort of mobile game that's available on the Switch as well. Maybe a little bit like Pokemon Unite. the themes in-game for Chinese audience. So obviously very much, I guess, going in towards that Chinese sort of, I guess, yeah, the audience. It says game style is like BDSP and not Generation 10. But I don't know how the game style could be like BDSP and then it also be a mobile game, unless it's just talking about the graphics. So it might be like a chibi game or something like that that's available on both mobile and Nintendo Switch. But it's in the graphic style of Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. It says there's a region based on an island with Chinese traditions, but isn't actually based in China. So, like I say, really steering into this whole Chinese situation. But yeah, nothing really more than that. But then it says we get some starter Pokemon as well. So I don't know how it can be a mobile game with new starters that's available for like every... It doesn't really make sense unless it's just a very much a... Like, what they could even do, which again is very unlikely, is they drop a mobile game with some Generation 10 Pokemon that's drops like after they announce Generation 10, which again is just wouldn't make sense because this is coming out next year apparently. But that is something they could do in the future. They could drop a couple of Pokemon, like a little bit like they did with Meltan. They dropped Meltan in Pokemon Go, and then obviously it was available later on in the main series games in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. But at the same time, this just kind of goes against everything that we're really expecting for the chronological order of the Pokemon games. But at the same time, Pokemon is all over the place right now with what they're doing. But either way, these are apparently the new starters. So we get a grass starter that is a panda, and it looks cute and lazy. So a grass panda. We're getting a fire starter Pokemon that is a Cobra, and it looks serious. And then we're also getting a water starter Pokemon that is a Crane, and it looks goofy as well. So those would apparently be the starters of this new mobile / Nintendo Switch hybrid game. And then it says Legendary 1 is a color-changing dragon, and Legendary 2 is a ghost lion. So, again, I don't know how this can be for mobile as well as, like, the Nintendo Switch. Because it literally says here, systems and future plans for mobile in China. So, obviously, that means it drops on the Switch first, but then the future plans are to drop a mobile version in China. But if it's like a big game with starter Pokemon, with legendaries and everything like that, like they're just not going to drop it on mobile unless it's a very, very simplified version of it or something like that. I just don't... Like, there's just not a lot of credibility that's kind of circling this rumor. It just doesn't seem real at all. For me, anyway, I don't know what you guys think, but it just doesn't add up to what we're kind of expecting in the next couple of years for Pokemon. I don't even necessarily want it to be true either. I don't know. If this did come out next year, would that then interfere with Legends EA? Because they would have to announce this relatively soon, which would probably be in the Pokemon Day Presents, but that would take the limelight away from Legends EA. Like, it just doesn't really make sense at all. So I'm calling fake on this, but let me know your thoughts on it. But yeah, either way, just thought we always like ending the video with a cheeky little rumor. So yeah, that's the one that was on 4chan today. So let me know your thoughts on that. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on everything else that we covered today as well. Like I say, this Nintendo thing is interesting. I'm gonna try and try and sign up for it and stuff. It is first come first serve for people outside of Japan. I don't think they have clicked I don't think they have sent out a sign-up link or anything like that yet, so we'll obviously have to wait and see. And then also, let me know your thoughts on this as well. Do you think that this Poke Short is kind of a hint towards Pokemon Legends EA? Because it does kind of make, like, I definitely advise you to go and watch the short. It is obviously all based in Lumiose. The clothes look a little bit different and stuff. Obviously, we're riding Go-Go. But the fact that different Pokemon appear in Kalos from later generations is very, very interesting. So let me know your thoughts on that. Do you think that this could be set in the Pokemon Legends EA universe? Because again, we don't know when it's set. Could be in the future, could be in the past. We really don't know. I'm assuming the first time we see that next trailer, we're going to be able to tell relatively quickly. But let me know your thoughts on that. And then also, what are your thoughts on this Mega Greninja situation as well? Do you think that this is a potential Mega Greninja, or do you think, like, I just don't know what else it could be? But he's posting so much lately. Like, tomorrow he could post something about Delphox. Like, he could post a Mega Evolution symbol, a flame, and then like a fox. If he does that, or like, that just guarantees that he's talking about the Generation 6 starters. But for right now, there's not really anything else that I can see him talking about. But either way, that's everything from me. If you did enjoy the video, drop a like down below. Let's try and hit 500 likes. It does really help out. Leave a comment with your thoughts, like I said, on anything we covered in today's video. Subscribe if you're brand new for daily Pokemon content. Ring the notification bell. It's everything from me. Have a great rest of your day. And until next time, peace.